Alright, so here's what we've got. We've got our truss rod cover / headstock inlay done. We need to clean this up on the bottom side here, so let's do that real quick. Get a flat file. I have used the crap out of this paper. I'm not sure it's 120 anymore. Probably more like, well, I don't know, it's cutting pretty good, so it must still have some good grit to it. All I'm doing here, guys, is just sanding. Just sanding. That's our favorite thing to do. It's just sand. Let me get you on camera here. So now I've switched over from 120 to 220. So we're gonna bump up and do 320. We did 220. We did 120, 220, 320, and then we'll hit it with some 400. So they're good. This will give you guys a shot to see how I do this binding on here. First thing I'm going to do is try to get a good coil or good bend arch the way that I want it to go in it. So I want to get this thing in there. So get out our black super glue. Now we're going to take this thing hit that with the accelerator. I'm going to hold that in place. Hit it again with some accelerant. Make sure it's all dried and cured, and it is. And now we'll just nip down our edges. Now I'm going to take a flat file, so I'll take the flat side of this file and just start filing it back. We're just going to slowly remove the extra till we get down to our shape line. We'll put this back in a clamp here. All right, and that is now sorted. All right, guys, there's one custom truss rod cover, contoured and sorted. We shouldn't have any string interference. If we do, it's going to be right here on both sides of those, but I don't think so. I think we should be okay. And if we do, then we'll sand them down, file them down, sand them down. And okay, so what I did here was I took this super glue, and I'm just going to do a little bit here for you. I put a little super glue in there, and then I shot it with some accelerant, and that allows it to harden up. That captures anything that was underneath of it, where I'd had to do some fills where my cuts and stuff weren't exactly 100% perfect. I left a few gaps that I wasn't happy with, so I went in And I used a little bit of sawdust that I had left over, a toothpick, and my Type Bond glue. Mixed it up on a little scratch piece of wood. Put that in there, let that sit and harden up, and then just for added security, I went in and once that hardened up, I went in for a little extra measure with this super glue, and that will help keep everything bonded together. So now I can sand it. I'll bust out my 120. We'll start right here on the to do, because remember, this is getting covered up, so all I'm looking to do here is just get that top unlevel bit of glue out of there, and then we'll hit it with a little sandpaper. By doing this, I'm not hacking away at the sides. I'm not doing anything there. All I'm doing is working this glue off the bottom of this cavity. And this is what we've got, guys. We've got one that's almost there. I knew this was going to be the piece that was going to drive me nuts. But well worth it. From what I've seen at this point, I think it really gives, it's going to give Sephira a very unique look, and get us the satisfaction that we're wanting in the headstock. We didn't want anything normal. Oh, this is a monster. I laid in a big piece in there. Now I'm just taking little bits and pieces and filling in to make it finished. Truss rod cover plate goes in. It's in. There's magnets. Back this up. So truss rod cover plate goes in with magnets. When it comes off, you have abalone inlay inside of that recessed to finish it out. I've got a little cleaning up, tidying up to do. Abalone was not easy to work with, but we got it. Okay guys, so I've got my magnets set in there. I got 2 magnets on this one, 2 magnets on that one. Kabam! That is locked in place and stays. Oh my goodness, it is so nice looking. Alright, so what I'm using here is crimson stains. These are the stunning stains. These are water-based. And what I'm going to do here is make a mess, get stain all over me, but that's okay with this product because guess what? It's water-based. You can go right in there and wash your hands with a little soap and detergent, and it'll come right off. Now we sanded this down with 400 before we started working on the inlay, so I know we're good. This black penetrated a little heavier than I thought. Didn't do that on the fretboard. But it sure did on this. Boy, it's taking a heck of a scouring to get this thing. Alright, so now we've got that sanded back, and you can see it left some black, and that's what we want. I think when we originally did it, we did some blue and some red, amber, and green. So let's get some blue on there. And all I'm doing here is I'm just going to kind of spot that blue on here. All right. Now, let's get another paper towel. That one's nasty. Now we can kind of here. This is crimson red. Thanks, Ben. This is a very cool color. I've used it a couple of different pieces that I've been working on. All right. Well, this looks like a mess, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. What have I done? You will see. Let's get some of that blue on there, a little more of that blue. Now, that looks horrible. Let's see if we can't clean it up. Yeah. Now, take a little bit more of that phthalo blue. Let's get a little more red on there. All right. And one more time with some green. And then we're going to buff. So we're going to take this green and we're going to buff it. Don't buff it all. Make sure you get it down everywhere. And we're going to do one more time. Let's bring out some more amber. There it is, guys. You're going to couple that with that. Thanks, Ben Crow, for these awesome stain. That is insane looking. And I say, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you watching. We appreciate the support stuff you've been giving us. Our YouTube channel is growing. We've got some comments and stuff from other builders on there. Some friends and family. I've got some special guests lined up here we're going to bring in. But I just wanted to say thanks from Inspire Guitars. We appreciate it. I hope you're having fun watching this. I hope I'm not boring you to death. This is a very complicated build, one that's going to take some time. We're going to be well over into August with the episodes before this thing is built.